Sneak peek. Well, I've got a mud pit in my front yard that looks real classy. That's normally where I park, which in turn has killed the grass and it's rained non-stop. Yeah, not good, but at least we're back in the fish cave filming. Let me tell y'all about the last few weeks. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. I'm glad y'all are here. Good to be back in the fish cave. Wow, what a time. So, some of you probably already know this, but I had the virus. So I've been pretty much out of the game. I haven't been pouring, I haven't been filming, haven't been doing much for almost 3 weeks, but we are feeling better. We have tested negative, and we are on the road to recovery, thankfully. Still don't have all my energy, still don't have full taste and smell. It's like I can smell things the way that they're supposed to smell, but it's muffled, I guess. So, yeah, and sort of the same with tasting. Some things don't taste the way that they should, other things taste completely normal. It's been a very difficult time. I had to quarantine myself in my bedroom away from my family. I was not able to help my wife with Landon or any house chores for a while. Yeah, I mean, the virus is the real deal. It'll just suck 2 weeks of your life away if you're lucky. Some people have it much worse. They have it for a much longer period of time. So, you want to take it seriously, guys. Do everything you can to not get this stuff. Because once it's in your house, other family members start getting it, and it affects people completely differently. One person can be absolutely just flattened for days or even hospitalized, and the other person is seemingly okay. So, take it seriously. That's the lesson that I learned. Not that I wasn't taking it seriously, but once you get it, you really understand, some of the measures that have been taken. But that's enough depressing news. Let's get to some baits. So I think I want to do some triple injection, because I have not done that in a while, and especially have not done it in a while on the channel. So I was looking at some crawfish, because it's crawfish boil season, and I was like, you know what, I want to make some triple color craws. Now, we've done some of that before on this channel, but what I have in mind is a little different, and it's all about experimentation and trying new colors, trying new things, and seeing if you can come up with something great. Sometimes you come out here and you come up with something brilliant, other days not so much. That's like with anything else in life. You're gonna have your good days and bad days. Let's see if we can have a good day. Yeah, it's been a while since these buckets of plastic have been stirred, so I'm sure they are settled quite a lot. This is what we're gonna be using today, is the swim bait blend. So let's go ahead and, get this off. Yeah, you can see right away that it's settled pretty good, and I'll show you once we get this stirred up, it'll get whiter as the resin gets stirred in. This should be interesting. Hopefully it comes through on camera. Yeah, look at that. That stuff has settled. Now, Dead On doesn't hard pack, so, really no matter how long you've been letting it sit, and this goes for a lot of plastisols, you can still just stir them right back up. Some brands actually hard pack, and so you'd actually have to dig the resin off the bottom. Not the case here, thankfully. So we're gonna continue stirring and bring some of this bait making stuff back to life. Okay, sort of a lot of moving parts here, but let me show you guys the picture that's sort of my inspiration here. A good old-fashioned red, orange, and black Louisiana crawfish, right? I mean, that looks absolutely yummy. Corn and potatoes. So what we have here are 3 different molds, 3 different style of bait. We have a traditional craw, in the ecto craw. We have a bug and the punch bug, and then we have a creature in the grass grenade. So what we're going to do is, obviously we're going to build the color, and then we're going to kind of see what style of mold this works best in. I do have another style Craw mold, the Bass Tackle 709 Craw, so we might run some of those as well. We have obviously our swim bait blend, and then we kind of have a brown and black that we're going to blend for the top darker black color. Maybe add some red flake to it. Then we have several reds here, and I have to kind of select my reds based on what's not going to bleed, more so than what I think the correct color is. So we're probably going to blend these. That's the new red rum from Dead On, some red, and then some Dorothy. I've had good luck with these colors not bleeding. And then the bottom's going to be sort of a lighter orange, so we're going to blend yellow and orange, and you see some black flake there. Alright, all 3 cups in there, and one of those by itself would usually take about 2 minutes. So we're going to start with 6 minutes since we have 3 in there, and see where that gets us. Either way, we'll meet you back when the plastic is cooked and ready, and then we're going to try to build this crazy color. Alright, overcooked the plastic a little bit, but that's fine, because none of these are going to be clear colors. Alright, so what we're going to do is this top color, I want it to be brown black. And how I'm going to achieve that is to start with a brown. And I really like this MF Olive. It's a color I've only had for about 2 months now, and I'm super impressed. It looks really natural, and it's not necessarily a normal shade of brown. So being that it's an MF color, you really have to add a lot of it. But yeah, really liking that. But how I'm going to achieve that is to add small amounts of black to this. That's really the only way to go. You need to kind of start with your lighter base color here, being the brown, and then add black until it's as dark as you want it. Keep in mind, you know, we have to make sure that the saturation of all 3 colors play nicely together. So let's see what 1 drop does. 1 little only drop of black is going to change this quite a bit. Already darker, but we can go more. So maybe let's try 3 drops. Alright, see what happens there. Yeah. I don't want this to look necessarily 100% black. I want it to be sort of a black brown like I mentioned. I think that'll look a little bit more natural. So I'm dripping some out there. It's definitely still very brown. So we're going to add 3 more drops. And basically we're just going to keep doing this until it looks about like I want. Alright, so there's what we wound up with. You can still see that it's brown, but from a distance it looks very dark, and a little bit of red flake just to season it. Alright, now the middle color, we actually want it to be quite red. Alright, so we're going to start with a little bit of this red rum here, which, as you can see on the cap, has a lot of kind of purple and pink to it. So we're not going to load it up with this stuff, but I really like this color, and I wanted to use it because I think it has some really cool qualities about it. Yeah, you can see that plastic. Now, you know, whenever you're spending this much time mixing up your plastic, obviously it's going to start setting up in the cups, so we will have to reheat a lot of this stuff. Now we're going to use some straight red, okay? And that's the color that's most likely to bleed, but it's also very thick. It will provide us with some saturation. The red rum is a little bit thinner. Alright, and then to sort of richen it and give it a slight pearl effect, we're going to use a Paragon color, the Dorothy, okay? That will darken it and sort of richen it. At least it should. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we reheated those and that one so that we can keep moving here, and we're going to do some orange. Okay, now the Dead On orange is very concentrated, so I don't need very many drops of that. Alright, so let's see where that gets us real fast. Yep, it looks orange. Alright, we're on the right track. but I want it to be a lighter orange, so we're going to cut it with some yellow. Okay, quite a bit of yellow, and we'll probably add a little bit more orange to this just for saturation. You can see that just lightened that orange, and that's looking pretty good because I want enough contrast between this red and orange, and I went in and put 2 drops of black into the red, so you can see it's a little bit darker, and to me that just makes everything look a smidge better. So there's what we have. I kind of drizzled all 3 colors out on the table to see what we're dealing with. And I really like that. The red needs to be a little bit brighter, I think. So maybe those drops of black were not such a good idea. But I think that has a very nice natural crawfish hue about it. So we're definitely not far off. Alright, I think we have something that I like. We're going to grab... Man, it's hard to push even without plastic. We're going to grab the triple injector and see what happens. Get everything stirred up. Alright, got the first one knocked out. Alright. Alright, let's take a look at the blending block here. See if we can kind of get a clue on how these are going to look. Well, if I can get it apart. There we go. Yeah. Put that back. Put that back in its place. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Very cool. Alright, we haven't done this in a while. Join me. See how this Ecto Craw did. Drum roll, please. All right. Come on. Come on. Oh, sweet. Check this out. So it kind of, you know, I need that dark color, maybe a little bit darker. I don't know. What's cool is how the orange wound up in the tentacles. Oh, those didn't quite fill in. This mold was pretty cold, but yeah, let's see how the whole triple part did. As you can see, that red isn't showing up as much as I wanted it to. It actually is, though, in the bait. There's a lot of red in here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you can kind of see all 3 colors there. You can see the orange bottom, that red middle, which I knew would show up well in the claws. That center color seems to show up well in the claws. Also right here on these little legs, because that's right where that center color goes. I don't know. I'm actually really liking that. The more I look at it, the more I don't think that I need to darken the top color. Because that looks really realistic, actually. Yeah. What do y'all think? Not bad for not doing this for a couple weeks. Check that out. You know, this is sort of like a triple layer fire craw, so to speak. Now, I had to push so hard, I think just the blending block was still a little bit cold. So I flashed the mold just slightly. You can see a little bit there. But check out the colors. You can kind of see from the side there a little bit of the triple color action. So let's get one off here. Look at this. Isn't that something? Yeah. That is super natural. Super happy with this color there. I mean, look at that. Yeah. That was worth the wait. Triple injection fire crawl. Guess that's what you could call this. I don't know. All I did was look at a picture of a crawfish that looks like one that I would boil. And that's pretty dang close. Awesome. Yeah, let's get the rest of them out here. Have us a little punch bug party. Yeah. Okay, I have to say I absolutely love the grass grenade here. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, but look at how well it blended the three colors there. So there you can see all three. Yeah, look at that. I love how it blends them in the wings there. You kind of get sort of a side profile of all three colors. Yeah, look at this. Pretty special. That's cool. There again, I really like the subtle red flake. I didn't really load it up with red flake. I basically wanted the red flake in that to complement the overall redness of the whole color. So, wow, all three of these molds were awesome. I can barely pick a favorite. I don't know. It might be this grass grenade. Comment down below which mold so far do you like best in this color. That might be like the coolest view of the triple injector. All three colors still on the nozzle. Got the blending block. Boom, boom, boom. Man, I tell you, the more I look at this color and then look at the crawfish picture, I got super close the first time. That never happens. So I am absolutely thrilled with this color. Let's make some more. All right, for round two, we're introducing two new molds. We're going to stick with the Ecto Craw. Down here we have our Bass Tackle 709. We have 6 cavities of it down there. 3 little 2-cavity molds clamped up. And then we have a grub. So we're going to see what it looks like in a grub, a different craw, and then I had to make some more of those Ecto Craws. Here we go. Feeling good. Woo, that'll wear you out, son. And there's blending block number 2. I know everyone likes to see this, including me. It's just so neat just to see the way that the plastic goes. And looks like we got a nice even run again, so hopefully that translates well to the molds, and we'll take those out right after this. Y'all want to know what the hardest part of triple injection is? This part, getting all 3 plugs out. You really got to push. Lots of worm oil. You want to keep your injector lubricated well. That will make the injectors push a little bit easier. So anyway, looking good, looking good. All right, first up, let's look at this grub. Little 4-inch grub here. Well, if we can get it. There we go. Ooh la la. Super cool. Yeah. There's the, always like to look at the runner to kind of see, no matter how the cavity turns out, I want to see if I got an even laminate here with the 3 colors. Yeah, looks like we did. Yeah, there's some better lighting on it right there. Let's kind of get them to where you can see them better. Ugh. Yeah, I really dig this color. I like that the dark color looks dark, but it's not. It still has some of that brown in it. All right, here's a mold we haven't had on here in a while. The 709 Craw. Bass Tackle mold. I believe now, if you want to buy this one, it's over at Bob's Tackle Shack. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Boy, I tell you, I'm not surprised, but the crawfish color looks better in a crawfish. Imagine that. Sweet little bait, and you know, it's a much simpler profile than the Ecto Craw. The Ecto Craw has more stuff on it. So this one makes a really good flipping bait, actually. It can actually squeeze through heavy cover pretty well. And there's not, you know, as many tentacles and legs to pinch off. So, you know, just different styles of craw here. We'll show you this along with the Ecto Craw here after a bit. The Ecto Craw, you know, has more detail on it, a little bit more realistic. Probably makes a better bed fishing bait. This one being a little bit simpler, I think you can probably flip with it a little bit easier in terms of not just tearing little legs off and things like that. But yeah, I'm super happy with that. And here is round 2 of the Ecto Craws. Look at that madness. And just for a little comparison, there is the 709. I believe they're both the same length, actually. This one may be like 3 3/4, but I know for a fact that this Ecto Craw is 4. So, I don't know. That looks about the same. I don't rightly know. But anyway, yeah. The crawfish color, I definitely think reigns supreme in a crawfish bait. Second, I'd have to go with the grass grenade, but now we're going to lay them all out and just give y'all one final look. And wow, what an awesome color. And even more awesome that I'm able to do this, feeling better, and got it on the first try. All right, everybody, that looks like a crawfish boil. And it's actually really close to the picture. If I'm actually being honest here, I got to pat myself on the back a little bit. I got, I think, a really good color profile of that. So yeah, I am super thrilled with this. This was a great experience. It's good to be back. I just cannot tell y'all how good it is to be back, how good it feels, and to have a really great tray of baits out in front of me. Yeah, triple injection is awesome stuff. And now for the big question, which one is your favorite? Do you prefer the punch craw? Do you prefer the Ecto Craw? The 709 craw? The grass grenade, stinger, or the grub? So we have this on my front door. The day I'm actually filming this is Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day to all the lovebirds out there. All right, everyone, that's going to wrap this video up. Thank you guys for watching. A lot of people have hit me up on Instagram asking where I've been, and you know, I've just been dealing with getting better. So if I never wrote you back, I'm sorry. I missed a couple hundred messages. So I don't know. Message me again, and hopefully I'll get to it. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. Super awesome color. Definitely gonna have to keep that one up here in the toolbox of colors. I mean, anytime you hit something good with the triple injector, it usually makes for a pretty special bait. You know, you really don't see triple injection colors really anywhere outside the hand pour community. You know, us home bait makers, you're really not going to see it on the shelf too much. You might see a few triple swirls like sweet potato pie, things like that. But you're not really going to see colors, you know, that complicated on the shelf. And it's really awesome to have that kind of tool to be able to do these triple colors at home. You know, that's what makes this hobby so special for the home bait maker. So anyway, we're out of here. We have a really, really cool video coming soon. We just got a big, fancy, expensive piece of equipment in that we are going to be featuring in a video coming soon. It might even be the next video. I've got to get a few more parts for it, but it's going to make for some awesome footage. Y'all are going to love this thing. I'm going to love it. It's going to be really, really fun to use. I'm not going to give away what it is, but be on the lookout. We're out of here. We will catch you guys next time on The World's Worst Fishing.